Hi Aquarius, how are you? Welcome back. It is Kay from Spiritual Parlour. I hope that you've had a wonderful, wonderful month of March. Welcome to your April 2019 reading and your astrology. So, in terms of your astrology, what's going on in the month of April is our ruling planet, our traditional ruler, and I say our because I'm an Aquarius as well. Saturn is about to go retrograde around the 29th to the 30th, depending where you are in the world. And when I pulled a chart this morning to see what house of life that's actually in, just where we are from an Earth perspective, he's actually going to retrograde in the second house. This is the house of money, the body, your values as a person, and anything that you hold of value or security, definitely things like money, houses, any kind of security like that, and your body. So generally speaking, Saturn in retrograde, Saturn is a planet of lesson learning, challenges, it's that kind of stern, you've got to learn a lesson energy. And that is going to be traveling backwards through the second house. So it could be for some of us that there are some challenges or things to learn or things to go back over, certainly to do with the second house of life. But his retrograde will be different for everybody depending on where Capricorn rules in your birth chart, because he is retrograding under Capricorn. So the best thing to do is to check around the edge of your birth chart, see where you find the Capricorn sign, and that is where Saturn will be positioned, and that is where he will be going retrograde. And that could be an area of life to look out for as we move forward, in terms of potential maybe challenges or lesson learning or things to go back over. So that's the only update I have for you, Aquarius, because that's the only major transit that's happening that will affect us and obviously Capricorn, because Saturn rules Capricorn. So let's see what's going on for your reading. Let's get into it. Let's see if there's a message, Spirit, for Aquarius. Oh, Two of Wands. Okay, so the future, planning. There's a message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, please let it be known. If there's a message for anybody born between about the 18th, 19th of January through to... Okay, the card for Sagittarius. Taking astrology away from this is about balance. So it could be for some of you that there needs to be some balance around your planning for the future, or that might need to be a focus. Okay, as I was saying, so from the 18th, 19th of January, the past. What's going on, Aquarius? What have you been thinking about in the past? What plans have you had in the past that you might need to go back and rebalance? Some jumping messages up until around what we've got here, the Hierophant, commitment. Also the card for Taurus. So it feels very much to me from these messages that are jumping, even though this isn't your main spread as yet, these are messages that are jumping out. There needs to be some kind of balance around a potential commitment, maybe some plans that you are committed to, or you were committed to, or you want to commit yourself to, or you're being asked to commit yourself to. Could even be marriage for some of you with this card, the Hierophant, and something to think about. Okay, so to around the 18th, 19th of February. Okay, security, yeah. These messages that are jumping, I feel very much like there is someone out there, there is an Aquarius who needs to focus on their stability, what they're committed to, what it means to them, and how you find that balance. The Ten of Pentacles is, again, it's that whole suit of solidarity, commitment, finance, anything that you call secure. 10 is the number of completion, but the good thing about this card is that the energy is, having everything you need in terms of security and finance, or whatever you call secure around you. So yeah, it feels like there is some thinking or discussions to be had around your commitments, your security, potentially finance. Could even be something linked to the past with the Six of Cups that fell out for you. Okay, that's too many. Okay, Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, if there's a message, please let it be known. Alright. Get your main message. Okay, where's the message for Aquarius? Where's the message? feel very called here. So we're going to go here. Okay, so throughout April, the bottom of the deck energy for you is the Two of Wands again. So this is definitely a message about planning the future, Aquarius. What does this mean to you? With the Two of Wands, it is exactly that. You've got a guy here who's standing out, looking into the horizon. He has the globe or the world in his hand. The world is your oyster. What is it you're planning for? What is it you need to plan for? What is it you've been thinking about? The energy is definitely the future. Okay. The Hierophant. Again for you. The Sun. Oh, I love it, Aquarius. I love it. The Sun and the Hierophant. Beautiful. Recent past. I'm glad that's here in the recent past. The Five of Pentacles. Okay, potential success. Balance. Again with the Two of Pentacles. And the King of Wands. Okay. Straight away, looking at this spread, Aquarius, this feels to me very much what I'm being pushed towards is a message to an Aquarius who has been focused on definitely stability and the future. Maybe even an Aquarius who has suffered some kind of loss in the recent past, or you felt as though you haven't had enough in whatever way that resonates with you, whether it be financially, in your security, your love life, your job, whatever. The Five of Pentacles here in the past, that is the card of loss. 5 is generally a challenging number in the tarot, and in this particular suit it's about poverty, not having enough. But anyway, looking forward, it looks as though in the here and now, what I'm seeing here and what I'm feeling here is blessings. Blessings around whatever it is that you are trying to commit yourself to. Blessings around a potential marriage or a union or a partnership. Blessings to do with a potential Taurus, or maybe even another earth sign with the Sun and the Hierophant that fell out for you in the beginning. The Sun's energy, you know, that is your main thing. So whatever's going on around you at the moment, Aquarius, you should be on a pretty blessed path. If you have been thinking about a commitment, if you have been wondering if you should make that commitment, if that person is going to commit to you, if the job is going to be long term, whatever it is when it comes to commitment and partnerships, what they're saying to me here at the moment is there is a blessing. There is a green light around whatever it is, whatever this resonates for you with, whatever this commitment is, the person, the situation, place or thing, there is a green light. There is definitely blessings, and it feels as though if you have suffered loss in the past, that's going to turn around for sure. Looking forward though, what I'm seeing here is potential for success for whatever this is for you, Aquarius. The situation, person, place or thing, the commitment, the idea, the job, the relationship, the person, whoever it is that you've been thinking about to do with this commitment, there is real potential for success with the Seven of Wands directly underneath the actual situation, person, place or thing, or the commitment. 7 is the number for potential success. It follows the 6, which is like, you know, the establishment. 5 is the challenge, 6 is okay, we've got over the challenge, 7 is okay, there's potential for more, and then 8 is like the momentum and the actual movement, if you like, the action. Now this card here, the 7 of Wands, can be a double-edged sword, because it can show up sometimes as being in a position of defense or having to defend yourself, and I always read it depending on what it has come out with. This does not feel to me, and I'm not being pushed towards you being in a position of defense. It feels very much like you're in a position of potential success moving forward, because this is in your present. So in the here and now, while you may be wondering about this commitment, this situation, person, place or thing, however it resonates, they're saying here that there is a green light, and any loss that you've experienced in the past, there is now potential success to move forward with it in the present. However, that message of balance that fell out with the Temperance card is back as your advice and guidance, but it's back with the lower vibration of the Temperance card with the Two of Pentacles. Now Pentacles suit, as I explained, is that suit of security, stability, money, wealth, health, whatever you call secure in your life. 2 is a number of, you know, duality, joining together, and also the number of balance. So in this particular suit, it's about finding a balance, balancing responsibilities, maybe juggling roles that you're doing, juggling your jobs, juggling your work life. Oh, there's a little fly here. Juggling your work life, your love life, whatever it is. There is potential to move forward with this commitment that you've been asked to commit to, or you're thinking of committing to, or this marriage or this union, but there needs to be a balance. And it's going to be a balance around responsibilities, I feel, with it being a Two of Pentacles. As your advice, your potential outcome is a very, very great energy. You've got the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is a card of, or an energy of confidence. Absolute confidence and leadership, and knowing exactly where you're going. That is the King of Wands. He's very, very established, and it doesn't matter whether you're a female watching this. The energy is that suit of passion, how we progress in life. With the Wand suit, it's fire energy. So you could even be dealing with a fire sign person, or someone who has fire sign characteristics, as well as maybe a Taurus or an earth sign person, or something that you're very, very passionate about. But whatever it is, however it resonates for you, Aquarius, it feels like I'm being pushed to give you the message this month that wherever you are juggling with your commitments, there is potential for success. Okay, find the balance, because the blessing is there. And I feel as though the balance is going to be the key to the actual blessing, because the balance is directly underneath the blessing. Move forward with confidence. Be confident. There could be a very good outcome with this, especially as he is sat directly underneath the loss. So in the recent past, if you have suffered a loss, or you felt as though you've not had enough, now is the time to look forward and be confident. The underlying energy, the Two of Wands, which fell out for you as well, is about the future, planning. As I said at the beginning of the video, what is it that you need to think about for the future? Where are you going? What are your plans? What is it that you need to revisit? Now, your traditional ruling planet, Saturn, as I said at the beginning, is going to go retrograde. He is going to go back, and he is going to be in the second house, which is, you know, finance, stability, money, your body and your values as a person. But keep in mind that it will be different for every single Aquarius. It does depend on where, you know, Capricorn rules in your chart. Like, for example, for me, I know that Capricorn is around my 5th house, okay, for example. So I know that Saturn's retrograde is not going to be in my 2nd house. So for you, check your chart. Under this retrograde, it's about going back, revisiting something. And if it is that you're being called to go back to a commitment, or called to go back to a plan, or called to go back to think about your future, then this is a good time to do it, because it looks as though you're being supported with the blessings. So let's do some clarification. Let's do some clarification on the cards. This is obviously, I'm seeing here where you've been, and there's a clear message that things are going to look up. The potential for the success is here. Let's see, in the present, in the here and now, what is it that you need to do with this energy of the potential for success? What does Aquarius need to know in the present? Okay, what cards we got here? Intuition. Following your intuition, the High Priestess. This is the card of knowledge, Major Arcana. So it's what we know, what we intuitively know, what we know with our instinct, where we are drawn, and what information we need to gather. Her energy is all about knowing. Very, very passive energy, not very pushy. Someone that is, or something I should say, an energy that is quite low key, but using the energy of how it's been put to me, so I can put this to you in simple terms. What's coming to me is what you know. What information do you need to gather to make sure that you have that potential for success? Relying on your intuition feels like what I'm being pushed to tell you. You need to rely on your intuition to help you move forward and realize whatever it is, whatever this commitment here is for you, your intuition and what you know or what information is going to be very, very key to you. Okay? Now, the balance here, finding the balance, which I spoke to you about, which came out in the beginning as well with the cards that fell out. So using your intuition, finding the balance, moving forward with the King of Wands here. This is like confidence, leadership, knowing where you're going. Let's see. Ooh. Sadness. The Five of Cups. And on the bottom of the deck is actually your energy, the Queen of Swords. Okay, before we go to the Queen of Swords, so the Five of Cup energy is exactly that. You can see there's someone here who's quite sad. Hopefully you can see the cards well because they've got gold on them and they reflect the light a lot. But he's sad, he's focused on the 3 cups that have fallen away or that he's lost, but there's still 2 cups behind him. As I mentioned, 5 generally in the tarot is the number of challenge, and if you look at the 5 of Cups, it's disappointment, sadness, and if you look at the 5 of Pentacles, it's loss, poverty, and not having enough. So it is quite a challenging number in the tarot. So it feels very much to me where the 5 of Cups has fallen out as your clarifier for the King of Wands, is that if there's any sadness that you've been experiencing, if there's anything that you've been focused on that has been upsetting you, you now need to kind of forget those 3 cups that have fallen away, focus on the 2 cups that you still have, and move forward with confidence. Okay? Don't be sad, Aquarius. Don't be disappointed. The loss is very much behind you. However it resonates, the loss, the poverty, the feeling of not having enough is very much behind you. And as a clarifier, this is something that you need to let go of in order to move forward with confidence. Now the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Swords, doesn't matter whether you're a guy or a girl, because it's the energies I'm reading to keep it very, very general. This is our energy. This suit represents us, Gemini, and also Libra. But particularly us with the Queen of Swords, because she is the truth seeker. Out of all of the zodiac, we are the truth seekers, okay? We are the truth seekers, we are the know-alls, we are the ones who like to gather information and seek the truth and nothing but the truth. We are very logical. If it does not make sense, we are not interested, okay? And that is very much the energy of the Queen of Swords. It's about being truthful, being honest, also communication, thinking and thoughts. So I'm feeling very, very pushed to tell you that where your energy is coming up on the bottom of the deck here is to remain true to what it is that you want, be honest, seek out the truth, and it could even be to do with this knowledge that you need to gather or the knowledge that you need to rely on to make sure that you are successful. But this is definitely your energy here, okay? It's all about truth, no bullshit, and honesty. So it feels great, Aquarius. It feels as though there's definitely a blessing on the way to do with this commitment or this potential earth sign person, this potential Taurus, or this potential marriage or commitment or some kind of union that you are in or have been in or have been considering. It looks as though there's blessings on the way, and whatever's, was in the past or feeling as though you don't have enough or kind of poverty struck in whatever way it resonates, I'd say that it's very much in the past. Okay, it's showing up in the past. It's showing up to me as if you're moving forward, and now what is the focus point is the blessings and the commitment that's come in. But it's very important that you find the balance and you let go of this sadness. Woo, it feels good, Aquarius. I love it. I love it. I love seeing the energy of the sun as the main, the main theme. Let's pull you a fortune card. Let's turn that one over. Let's pull you a fortune card. Okay, what's the message for Aquarius? What's the fortune message for Aquarius Spirit? What does Aquarius need to know? What is the message? If there's a message for Aquarius. Okay, so we've got 2 here, and I'm going to take them both. We've got one that's flipped, renewal, and we've got one here, and you've got the sun. Aquarius. That pretty much says it all, doesn't it? Renewal. So renewal is obviously, renewal. We all know what that means. Breaking out the old, entering something new, becoming renewed. Okay? This loss, whatever it means, staying in the recent past, behind you, so that you can renew yourself. And the sun, as the sun is here. The blessings, the health, the growth, the vitality, everything that makes life beautiful. So it feels very, very much to me, Aquarius, like, if there is some, or depending on who this message is for this month, Aquariuses who have been going through a rough time, potentially experienced a period of loss in whatever way that may resonate for you, or feeling as though you don't have enough. It's definitely about moving forward now, and it looks as though you're being very, very much supported, Aquarius, with the sun coming up twice in renewal. You know, very, very much supported, but there is a balance to be found, and you are in a position of success. So move forward through April and have a wonderful month, and I hope whoever this message is for, that you do experience your renewal and your blessings do come to you, because firmly behind you is that loss or that disappointment, and you need to make sure that you let go of it moving forward. Okay, so have a wonderful month, Aquarius. I will see you in May, because you don't have there won't be an extra reading for you because there's no full-on new moon in Aquarius. Now we've got a new moon in Aries, so Aries will get the extra reading, and we've got another moon in Libra as well. And the moon in Libra will be good for you, good for me. Another air sign moon. We had one in March as well. I hope you had a good full moon in March. It looks as though we're set to have another one around the 19th as well of April. So that is fantastic. So enjoy the full moon. Enjoy your month. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, all your comments. If you've visited the Spiritual Parlour store, booked a reading, left me a positive review, thank you so, so much. I appreciate it so much. It's great to work with you all. Those of you who have asked, yes, I'm back doing personal readings. There's a special on at the moment. They're all priced at €11.11 or €22.22 right the way through and spring up until the end of May. So check the links below and have a blessed month. I'll see you soon.